Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud...
Great game. They just couldn't get it back, but the Heartfire were big. There were some big boys.
Yeah, well, to hear about Scott, that means he continued what he started in the first game. He was on fire the first game. Sounds like he continued being on fire on that second game. But coming from the first game to the second game, the size difference was more in contrast because a lot of people, you know, they could see the size difference in the first game. The second game, it was like, oh, okay, now we're playing, not saying a real team, but a bigger team.
Yeah, that's the perfect way. It's not a team, a big team. Because this Enchantment team was loaded.
Yeah.
And I thought this overall, the TBT, I didn't have a chance. I've been dealing with TED Talk stuff every night. But it looked really cool for July basketball event in the pit. I was very excited to see it. And I don't know. I mean, I'm back not new in Albuquerque, over a year now, but I think this TBT is great for basketball.
Oh yeah, it had a lot of buzz throughout the city. Being in the pit during the summer, I think that was the first time I was ever in the pit for a sporting event. And yeah, it felt like I was in the Rucker. It felt like we was outside. It was hot. It was hot.
Okay, everyone kept tweeting about
that.
It
was hot. It felt like we had one swamp cooler and we were all sharing it.
I think because we're not used to doing maybe basketball in July.
That's what it is.
In Albuquerque, maybe that's what it is.
But at least those fellas and all the teams put on a great performance. So it wasn't bad in the sense of we didn't have entertainment to watch.
Yes, and like you said, just outside, I don't want to use excuses, but if you want to call in and talk about it, call us here at 505-246-0610. Talk to me in Buck D today. I know you guys are like, where is Jeff and JJ? Guys, don't worry. They're taking care of business at the Mountain West Media Day, okay? They're gonna it's very exciting. They look forward to this week, and I cannot wait to catch up with them. But once again, shout out to the Enchantment, though.
Yeah.
Listen, you're still, as Coach Thomas said, he's still undefeated against the Aggies. No one's calling them Enchantment.
Panamaniacs. Yes.
I love those names.
Well, see, when you start with PAN now, you want to say pandemic.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like
No.
It's like a trigger word.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it was good to see all the Lobo legends. A lot of man. I got to say this, man. J.R. Giddens is in great shape. That guy, he is a brick house.
Oh, okay. And let me tell you something. We talked to him on the show, like prepping and leading up to this event, and it was so funny because we were complimenting him on his great shape, and he's like, LeBron's 37, I'm 37. I was like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just like, he like motivated me to go to the gym. I mean,
Wait, we ain't gonna go that far. Hey, I'm good. I'm good, Bob. I'm straight. I can go to events like TBT and say those guys are in shape.
Yes. Well, now I mean, I was a former athlete, but I'm not former athlete like J.R. Giddens.
Right. Well,
they are still athletes.
That's what I say. If you look at them, there's no former in that sentence at all.
Yeah, I play like rec league so I could like drink and just like be a little active, maybe get my steps in, like you know what I mean. So no, but once again, Enchantment knocked out by the Heartfire 79-74. The championship game, Heartfire is Thursday, so still support it, guys. I know. Go out, support. This is all about what Albuquerque's all about. I know it's not our teams, but just like when the New Mexico Bowl's here or anything else is here, like go out and support the community so we can build stuff and we can have dope stuff like the TBT.
And it's a great family event as well. It was good seeing all the very cheap. It's good seeing families, children out there. So hey, there's something to do. There's
as
something
much
to
as
do.
gas.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Well, we have a very fun show for you. We got All-Star Baseball. We digging into the NBA. We're going to talk a lot of NFL because that's what you do as NFL fans. NFL is king. It is July.
Right around
so
the
we're
corner.
doing Wednesday, hump day, morning quarterback because that is what we live for. We have Sebastian Noel, the man of the people, at 8:30. He wants to dive into Scott Vanforth. We'll catch up with him about the Gladiators. And once again, if you want to text us, you can text us. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of me and Buckman. You can talk to us. And shout out to Adrian on ProView taking care of us today. But once again, call the hotline 505-246-0610. And we'll get back to you after this break.
Titus and Tate, a podcast from
Porter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own.
Welcome back to the opening drive. Hump Day. This is your girl, Amory Castillo, filling in on the other side of the glass for Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, as again, they are at the Mountain West Media Day. Can't wait to be them. I am joined with Robert Buck D. Gibson.
Yes.
And producer Bob Walpo. Back in the program. Okay, listen, we got a lot going on. I know there was TBT going on, but it's the All-Star break for baseball, and I like the All-Star break. I like All-Star games, and the AL, 9 straight wins. They had a win again last night. And do you watch the All-Star game at all? I know a lot of people aren't very much into it that I talked to.
I'm upset that I was not able to. It's busy. So, as I said in the last break, I was at TBT Monday, so I didn't get to see Home Run Derby. Last night, you know what I do on Tuesday night.
Podcast.
I do my podcast, so I wasn't able to watch the game. So I'd have to do the whole highlight watching and all that good stuff.
It was a lot of fun. I like all the All-Star. I like the MLB All-Star game. I like the NBA All-Star. I like the Pro Bowl. I like it all. I think it's fun. I know a lot of people get really worked up about it.
You may be the only person that loves the Pro Bowl.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why, and this is a Homer hot take. I love the Pro Bowl because my team never goes far in the playoffs or to the Super Bowl. So that's but we have all these star players, and they usually just go to the Pro Bowl.
Oh, so that's like my team. I may be one of the only Los Angeles Charger fans who's been a fan for years, and that's the reason why I don't watch the Pro Bowl, because I'm like, I don't want to see these guys in Hawaii and all these exotic places. And no, you should have been in a Super Bowl. Should have been in the playoffs.
Okay, this is the thing though. I like that point, and that's bringing me some. Okay, so like my team, the Minnesota Vikings, are good enough.
Yeah.
That we're not like number one in the draft.
Yeah.
Like the Jets or the Browns historically.
Yeah.
So it's not like that's their Super Bowl, but like the Pro Bowl, I'm like, well, at least all the star players get to
At least they're
keep
there,
this
huh?
going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little soft these days, right? But we don't want anyone to get hurt. But I think for the most part, the good response, because obviously is Twitter, is where we should go for the response on
Right.
sports. Trash. But anyways, I think that people were upset that they didn't get to see the new tiebreaker format. That is
Yeah.
the All-Star game. I think that's what we were all rooting for. Whether you were going
Right.
for the NL or the AL, you were like, I want to see that new tiebreaker breaker format. And if you guys didn't know, the MLB announced that the All-Star game ties would be cited not by extra innings, and it has been practiced in the past, but rather an abbreviated home run derby.
Which I think is great, which is exciting. And I love the fact that they're always tweaking whatever they need to do in the All-Star game for Major League Baseball. Not everything's for the best, but this one I really love.
Yeah, so it was met with enthusiasm by the fans. So I think you just had that expectation, and then there wasn't a tie. The AL 9th straight win, won 3-2 over the National League. The American League won over the National League. So I think that now I was thinking about it. I was like, I would love to see this format in general. I think it's cool they do for extra innings in MLB and in the minors. They do a ghost runner on second. But I think it'd be really cool now if we had abbreviated home derbies for innings.
Yes.
That could just like be the thing now.
Yes, because we just want to see it. I want to see the process. Take it a little further. I want to see the process of the players not knowing, that that's what they have to do, and they have to huddle up and see who they want to do the home run derby. Put a mic in there where you're gonna have the guys who are gonna be like, let me do it. And you're like, you're gonna have other players who's like, no, let him do it. It just takes it back to being like a kid. You're just in the kid, you're in the field, you know who your best players are, the best ones that hit home runs. Let them go through that whole negotiation phase, get it with a hot mic, that'll make it interesting.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yes.
Okay, so I like this idea.
Yeah.
Because, as sports fan and media, we always know what's best. So I actually really enjoyed it. I'm always have something on in the background when I'm working at home. And I would like to, this is like a little promotion, like using my platform. I am doing TEDx Talk Albuquerque July 30th. And every night I've been devoted to it. It's a really cool process.
Yeah.
If you can come out, it's Saturday, July 30th. It's like 2 sessions, 11 to 4 p.m. And that's a strict 11 to 4 p.m. Albuquerque, not Albuquerque time. But anyways.
Wait, hold on. You can't just gloss that over. First of all, I want to say congratulations. That's a big deal.
Thank you.
That is a big deal. You can't just throw that out and move back to this home run derby.
No, I'm like, let me do make a little slip and a little transition.
Congratulations. That's a big deal, A-Marie.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
As you should be.
It's really cool because they love, at first they wanted me to just be either like an MC, as
Right.
I usually do in stand-up comedy, or do stand-up, but then I came up with this idea of combining stand-up and TED Talk,
Yeah.
and they were like, mind blown.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting.
Good.
Yeah,
Good for you.
you're gonna appreciate it.
Good for you.
Because TED Talks and stand-up comedy are both transparent. It's
Yeah.
just we get treated differently
Exactly.
than TED Talkers.
Yeah.
But anyways, while I was working on the TED Talk, that little slide I put in there, I had the game on the background, and I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a close, quote-unquote game, obviously 3-2. But the American League has always dominated this. I don't know if you care who wins. Do you have a baseball team? Do you care which...
Hold on. Do I have a baseball team? Looking at a Dodgers fan, man. I'm loving my team right now. I'm loving my team because went through a long drought since '88. So I'm loving what we're doing. But you're right. Even since I was a kid, American League has been the league to look at when it comes to all-star games, even home run derbies. So that's just been the tradition. That's just been the tradition.
No, that's awesome. And Kershaw picked off Ohtani last night. I don't know if you saw any of
Yeah, I saw the highlights. I saw
Okay,
highlights.
yeah, no, that's what you do, right? That's
Yeah.
what we do. And it was a lot of fun. And Giancarlo Stanton from the New York Yankees won the MVP.
Right.
And so I don't know. I just love the All-Star game. I thought it was fun. I think the home run derby's fun. I think it's for the fans. I mean, they get the break, but yeah. And then teams are going to be heartbroken probably when a bunch of trades start happening.
Well, you know what?
After the MLB draft.
You know what I was thinking, Marie? Remember the beginning of the season, the lockout, and it was all this, baseball. Now look, now it's a complete 180.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about any of this. This is what people love about baseball.
They really do.
This is it. This is it. That lockout, and when baseball is good, you forget about all that other stuff. And I think they've done a great job with that.
Yes, because I remember they were concerned, they as an MLB and sports in general were worried that baseball's too slow, and I know they're adjusting with robo-umps and pitching clocks,
Right.
and which I do think are great. I think changing the pace of the game is great, but it still makes, it's not like ruining baseball, in my opinion. You and I have been working tightly with the Albuquerque Isotopes, and I
Right.
actually have enjoyed the pitch clocks change and the
Oh, yeah.
robo-umps. I think it's fun. And
Very
it
quick.
makes it goes quick.
Very quick.
Not ruining the game of baseball. It's a great thing. So congratulations to the American League once again.
I have to ask you, Marie,
Yes.
what do you enjoy more, the actual All-Star game or the home run derby?
Okay, so that is a very good question. So I love the home run derby.
Yes, okay. We was gonna have a problem if you were like, the All-Star game, it's cool, but it's not the home run derby.
The problem is, I grew up. I was in love with Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, who
Yes.
wasn't? But he was my first crush.
Oh, really?
And oh my God. I used to write love letters to him. Like full out love letters.
Yeah.
And my mom never sent them because she wanted to give them to me when I was like 18 years old. I was so mad she never sent them. But like, all my girlfriends were like, I love Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I was like, I love Ken Griffey Jr., the kid. You ever seen him? Like, he was like my first love.
Right.
And so, as a child, those home run derbies were like.
Those are my memories of the home run derby. You have him with his hat to the back. He's hitting the warehouse across from Camden Yards. Like, that to me is when it was fun and it was just must-see TV. As a kid, I loved baseball more than I do now.
Me too.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, what happened. Maybe it was I love the steroids more or whatever. But I remember, Ken Griffey Jr. You even had guys like Cecil Fielder, all those type of dudes that I just love and I remember. I don't know if it was just a nostalgia, but I still do love the home run derby. I love the tweaks that they've made to it as well. You have to make tweaks with the evolution of these players, though. You couldn't keep that same format that we had back in the day.
No,
with Ken Griffey Jr.
Absolutely not. Except it was a lot of fun on Monday with the home run derby, and you saw stars that you have, of course, you expected Alonso and all these guys to go off, but then you have people from the Seattle Mariners, Julio Rodriguez, who is
Right.
You wouldn't know him, but he's you know him, but he's you wouldn't expect him because. I don't know. He doesn't
Yeah.
get that chance when he's playing.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of fun. And yeah.
It's
I
a
had great
chance
time.
to get these stars out there on a national level to be seen.
And a lot of these guys are under 25.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. And I love the All-Star break. And this is when I start really getting into baseball personally.
Yeah.
I love baseball in general. So,
But Aaron Judge should have been in it.
yeah.
I remember when Aaron Judge was in it as a rookie, 2017. He hit a home run over 500 feet. This is what home run derbies are about. You got to have your best in there.
And I don't understand why he didn't participate in, but he participated in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean, but some guys, some people who get asked to participate, they think it puts them in a slump after. I'm like, what do you mean? It's one night, you get the week off. This is their kind of vacation.
Look, Aaron Judge, the way he's playing, there's no way he can go into a slump.
Yeah.
Just play. Just give the fans what they want. When I say the fans, I mean me. Give me the best. You got to have the best home run hitter, the guy who's leading the league in the home run derby. You got to have it.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Like, I got home, I was doing 2 Men On this week, and I was like, why isn't Aaron Judge there? Like, I was like, what is going on? I didn't look at well, let's not lie. I am a degenerate gambler. That I did gamble on it.
We are the complete opposite. I don't gamble.
Okay.
At all.
Okay, I'm not gambling my rent money. I gamble $20.
Look, I don't gamble the change in my ashtray in the car. No, I need to see a return on mine.
Okay, and the worst part is I just think sports betting is so ridiculous that I picked the craziest bet. Like, I didn't pick Alonso, Soto, like any of these guys who were favored to win.
I picked Pujols?
Yep, I did.
No, you did.
Yeah, 42-year-old old man.
Allegedly.
Okay, whatever. 48-year-old. I put, it was like plus 2,400.
But if you would have hit, if you would have hit,
you got through the first round, and I was like, oh my God, it's finally working.
Because I was like, he's going to hit like 5 or 6.
No,
I know he got out of the first round.
Hey, see, these old guys are really doing it. So I had fun. I had fun. I hope everyone else had fun. If you want to get on it, once again, come to 505-246-0610. Speaking of the Doyers in LA, we're gonna transition into NBA hoops and what's going on in Los Angeles to New York after this break.
Brought to you by the Senator Michael Padilla Job Fair.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one.
Welcome back to your opening drive. This is your girl, Amory Castillo, filling on the other side of the glass for Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck as they're repping us at the Mountain West Media Week. I hope they have a great time. Can't wait to catch up with them. Don't worry, it might not be today because they start events at 9 a.m. in Vegas, which is very early in Vegas time. I am joined by my co-host, Buck D.
Yes.
I just gotta call you Buck D. Robert Buck D. Gibson.
Yeah.
It's like
it's all good.
Natural.
It's all
It's
good.
it's like the producer today, wonderful Bob Walpole. I can't call you that. I call you Bobcat.
That's fine.
And we
Yeah, roll with them.
And we got my boy Adrian from ProView producing ProView Networks here for us.
Oh, I love
Comcast-
ProView.
Oh yeah,
What's up,
Comcast-
fellas?
Yeah, he knew you.
Yeah.
And I was-
I'm very close with those
I
fellas.
mean, obviously.
Yeah.
When he was excited when I told him you were co-hosting with me today, and Adrian does a wonderful job. So
Yes, he does.
Comcast Channel 26. Yeah. Oh, we've been having fun so far today, talking about the TBT, talking about the All-Star game, and I still can't believe, as I'm scrolling for new news, that Russell Westbrook is still clickbait all over my screen at all times, and I don't understand why.
Well, because he is still a Laker. If you're wearing a Laker jersey, that's what it's about. This whole entire NBA offseason.
Whoa. This Russell Westbrook news might be shocking to you all, but he has never requested a trade from the Los Angeles Lakers.
Stop it.
According to Yahoo.
Well, you know what? I said stop it, but I have to say I kind of believe that. The only person who's requested a trade involving Russ has to be LeBron James.
That sounds about absolutely correct.
Like, LeBron
Hot
wants
take.
to win. He did not like to see Golden State get that 4-3. That means they're tied with him. When I say they, I mean Steph Curry. So he's like, okay, who's the reason why I'm not winning another championship? Guess who it is? Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Well, and let's get into that, LeBron. It's not just Westbrook. You old men and you can't stay healthy. Anthony Davis, when was the last time he played basketball? That's
Oh,
what
you
I
mean
wanna
Mr.
know.
Glass?
Mr. Glass.
It's been a while.
Yeah, him and Kawhi Leonard are the most fragile dudes, and I'm not saying they're bad, but if you can't play, I mean, you're not good to me. So, I
Man,
sorry.
you need to be a coach.
Sorry, I know. I'm in coaching mode. Right?
I was going to say GM, but if you were a GM, that would be worse than being a coach.
No, I'm not good with money. Look, I gamble. But listen, I'm over this Russell Westbrook talk. This is what's so funny. All the way from the Los Angeles Lakers to the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
Like, okay, you know what? Kevin Crybaby Durant, Crybaby Kyrie. Well, I call him part-time player Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can't escape New York, okay? And it's not working for you, and now you just want to leave. Like, that's not how this works, okay?
Well,
I mean, it kind of how it works because people want to win and win rings, but, like, you have nowhere to go, bruh.
I kind of disagree with that, A-Marie. It's a good thing, and this is one of the bad things about the NBA. Very talent-driven now. So it's the reason why these players are doing this is because the league has given them the ability to do that. When I say the ability, it's basically their ability to change franchises, change the fortune of downtrodden teams. Think about it. We were not talking about the Brooklyn Nets.
Absolutely not.
3, 4, 5 years ago?
4 years ago,
Yeah.
after 3 years,
Oh.
and we're like, oh God, here we go. They're going to build another super team.
Right. And it's turned into more of, can you make our team relevant? It's not about winning. It's about making our team relevant. Can our team be the talk of the offseason? Can our team be in headlines? Can people talk about our teams? I'm not saying that these teams don't want to win championships, but it also goes with relevancy too.
Even though most teams can make the playoffs in the NBA, and that's what makes it even worse for the Los Angeles Lakers, that you miss the postseason, even though there's a play-in tournament and you have to be like a decent team to
Please
play
talk
in that.
about that. Yes.
Okay,
Hey.
like I'm like, okay, it's not like participation trophy level, but like, okay, you get a chance. Like everyone gets a chance,
chance
almost.
upon chance
Like,
upon chances.
With a I mean, come on, dude. You're
Yeah.
not like, oh my God. But they missed postseason, and Westbrook opted out into his final year of his deal, and then now this has just been non-stop trade room. I mean, Russell Westbrook, I'm like, why are we focusing on him?
Well, I think it's broader than Westbrook. I'm a Laker fan, and I'm tired of hearing about the Lakers. It's like this every offseason. The Lakers don't win. Who can we get? Can we dig up Jordan? I think Wilt still has, it's like, come on, man. Do the Lakers feel like they're in the running for every best player ever? And that's what it seems like. And they give up nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. It's just, it's ludicrous. And then you have the circus of LeBron in that too. So it's like the perfect little storm. To be honest, if LeBron wasn't with the Lakers, this wouldn't be a big thing for the Lakers. It would be super big out there in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Westbrook is just the scapegoat for their lack of can't even get in a plane, can't even get to the postseason.
Think about how this all changed. The beginning of the season, potentially one of the best teams in the history of the NBA. Same way with Brooklyn. We said the same thing when they built that team. So it's just ironic that we're at the end of the season, we're in the off season, and both teams are in shambles.
You know, it's like, is LeBron doing the whole talk like, hey, it's not you, it's me? Like, you know, when like guys break up with...
Are you crazy? Talking about a guy who named himself the king. No, it's not me, it's y'all. That's what he's doing.
Because Westbrook, this will be your 5th team once you get your booty traded.
And he has no ring. So yes, it's you.
It's you.
I got 4, buddy.
He's the crazy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get it yet.
But
He's in denial.
But I have to say this, it does fall on LeBron because nobody plays with LeBron unless he wants you to play with. He goes to the office, hey, this guy who I want. He brought in Westbrook. He brought in Carmelo. These are all of his doings, and he's got to suffer. He's got to deal with it.
Yeah, so there's an uncertainty still, and it's still going to dominate my Twitter, and it's just, I don't know what's going to happen, but on the other hand,
You just want it to happen. Whatever's going to happen,
I'm like, can it
please
just
make
happen?
Yeah.
And I don't think Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving from the Brooklyn Nets are going anywhere. So
You don't think so?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I
Well,
don't think I don't.
Wait. I think you're in I don't care mode. It's like whatever happens,
You're right. I'm
it
so
needs
right.
to happen so we can get some resolution.
Oh my God! And the NBA is really balanced and well-rounded right now, and I'm really enjoying it. There's not just like 2 really good teams, so I'm excited. And Kevin and Kyrie, stop crying.
I think what you're mad about, I think what a lot of people are upset about is, like you just said, there's a lot of parity. There's a lot of, it's not just 2 good teams, but the storylines are dominated by 2 of the worst teams.
Yeah, with
the problem.
with some of the greatest players we'll probably ever see, and I'm like, stop crying.
Yeah.
Get to work.
Yeah, I'm with you.
With that being said, we're going to talk about transitions after the break. A guy who never got a ring, but he's one of my favorite guys to watch on TNT, and he might be going to commentate for the Live Golf Tour. One of my favorites, Chuck, Mr. Charles Barkley.
Yes, sir.
After the break on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, we still just have one accident. That's on Rio Grande and Kitts Lane. That's just south of Alameda. And they are still dealing with a sewer line collapse. That's westbound Griegos from 12th Street to 14th. You may want to use Montano or Candelaria as an alternative.
This report brought to you by the City of Albuquerque.
ACS provides the right response at the right time, answering 911 and 311 calls.
Cover it with green stuff. One scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough. Backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Surgery. You were told that you're going to need surgery. Call and get a second opinion. That's what this is. This is a free consultation. Free second
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView
to
Networks.
see what it can do for you, and there's a really good chance that it's going to work.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Dear gas prices, go take a hike. Toyota is the #1.
We'd like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated, with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Job board. But then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Everything
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Welcome back to the opening drive, closing out your first hour of 3 hours.
That went by so fast, Amory.
It goes by so quick, and I just love having you. It's Amory filling in on the other side of the glass while my boys, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, are in Las Vegas handling Mountain West Media Week. Can't wait to catch up with them. Stay patient, y'all. They're busy. In about an hour, they're busy. So hopefully we can hear from them today and tomorrow. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. But for now, I'm joined with producer Bob Walpo and my boy, Buck Deep Gibson.
Yes.
Robert Buck Deep Gibson.
I can hear you, the struggle in your voice when you say anything besides Buck Deep.
You know, when I'm like, you're Buck Deep to me, guys. It's,
Robert?
Robert. Okay, Robert.
Yes, Bob.
Yeah, see, there you go.
When you got into trouble, what did your mother
That's what
say?
I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like you're in trouble.
I can't say it on air.
I gotcha. Gotcha.
I would have loved the Robert.
Just a Robert, huh?
Yep, that's it.
Well, to close out this first hour strong, before we get next hour, we're getting heavy into some NFL and talking to man of the people, Sebastian Noel, at 8:30. We're going to talk about the enchantment, Scott Bamforth, and some gladiators. But before we do that, I have to ask you both a question. Would you kill a family member for $200 million?
I would gather up 200 million family members and kill them all. Are you crazy?
$200 million over there, buddy?
No.
No, you wouldn't?
That was a TV show, actually.
Well, really?
Yeah, Twilight Zone or Outer Limits.
Oh, well, really? Because our boy Charles Barkley,
Uh-huh.
I call him Chuck.
Yeah, he's a close personal friend, right?
Said he
It
would.
feels like it.
Said he would kill a family member for $200 million because sources say today that he is meeting with the Live Golf Tour about maybe working for them and commentating them. And I don't know if you guys know much about Live Golf, but your girl lives for golf. Play on words. It's like 8 events a year, and they are paying guaranteed money.
Yes. Follow the money.
Big controversy, but look here. I'm with Charles on this. 200 million, and I know this hasn't been set in stone, but he just kind of was joking about it. But they are throwing out the big bucks.
And listen, voices are valuable in sports media. I mean, look what we do. Not on that level as Chuck. And look,
I was going to say, are you worse? This 200 million. Are you getting? I came here for free this morning. What's going on?
I wish. But I do think it's very valuable to which voice you have, whether it's watching golf, football. I mean, people are freaking out that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are leaving Fox to join ESPN for Monday Night Football. People care about this, and I think there's been a lot of people mad about the Live Golf Tour, people selling out for money, but I'm not trying to be like that. I mean, he might have to leave TNT, but that's going to be a problem for TNT because he makes that show with Shaq.
Well, the funny thing is, he's been saying he's been wanting to exit that show for a couple of years now. And this may be the push or the 200 million pushes that he needs to go ahead and make that jump.
I mean, this is just not luck because he's just so good
Right.
for TV and for commentating, and he loves golf, and he would be joining other talented people who people are upset with in the last 48 hours. David Federer, who was had a very modest career, but he's very funny, very beloved by the golf community. He had a TV show on the Golf Channel from 2011 to 2020, and he's from Northern Ireland, which Rory McIlroy is going to be probably very upset that he left for the LIV Tour. I can't wait to hear what he says, but I mean, they're taking these LIV people are smart, man. They're smart.
Because they want an entertainment value that people can't get, and they're trying to mesh it together, and I think it's brilliant.
I'm not saying it's going to work, but if these guys are guaranteed money, I'm going to go get paid.
Well, and I'm not even looking at it from their point of view. I'm looking at it from a fan point of view. Okay, there's a LIV. You got to do something to pull people in. Not every player is going over there, but if you get these two guys and they're going to be the voice of it, oh my goodness, the people that are going to just tune in just because they want to hear that entertainment value, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, like the questions they're going to ask. Oh.
Because look, on the other hand, like I'll mute Chris Collinsworth, but sometimes my team is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. Chris Collinsworth, who calls for the NFL,
yeah.
You all know him. He was playing with Al Michaels. Oh, but wait, Al Michaels left to go to Amazon to call Thursday Night Football with Kirk Herbstreit. So I mean, for the money, the money.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just think you're right though. Bring in entertainment value, and fans care about who's calling their sport.
Yeah.
Money makes the world go around, the world go around, the world go around. Money makes
oh, look at you
the
go.
world go around.
Is this our closing music? That was perfect. I've never even heard that before, by the way. But listen, the real question is, would you kill someone for $200 million? Good luck to your meeting, Chuck, today with LIV Golf. Listen, this has been fun. After the break, we're going to reset. We're going to dive into some Wednesday morning hump day, end of July morning quarterback, covering all your NFL, breaking down every division, and talking to Sebastian Noel at 8:30, the man of the people. We'll catch you back at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated, with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great future.
This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cindietta, and JJ Buck. Don't sweat the technique.
Hump Day, 'tis your opening drive with A. Marie on the other side of the glass while Jeff Cindietta and JJ Buck are holding it down in Las Vegas at the Mountain West Media Week. Can't wait to catch up with them, and I know you all are too. But we do have a great gang here today. We got producer Bob Walpo.
Bobcat.
Bobcat, I know, I'm doing the same thing. And my boy, Buck D, on the other side of me.
Just forget using the
I know,
legal
it's
name.
Buck
Just go.
D, it's
Yeah.
Bobcat, and it's my boy Adrian at ProView Networks. Hold it down for us. You can watch it on Comcast Channel 26. Oh man, this has been a fun show already. It's going by so fast.
Do you think our boys in Las Vegas are up yet? It's only 7 o'clock.
Oh,
though.
they're definitely up because they're getting ready because they're going to go see. Everyone starts speaking at 9 a.m. Vegas time. So
that's
you know.
2 hours from now.
And yeah. So, but I think they're up.
Okay.
I think they're up. I think I saw JJ was at a WNBA game last night, and I know Jeff Cindietta had a late flight. So, I mean, I just can't wait to hear from them. We got a great hour ahead of you. We got Sebastian Noel, Man of the People, at 8:30. We're going to be talking to Scott Bamforth, the Duke City Gladiators. He's the voice of them. They head to the playoffs this weekend.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to kick off the most important thing in the world, and that is NFL. I mean, NFL is king.
Yes, it's right around the corner, too. It's right around the corner.
Gosh, it's that time of year where, like, I was so excited to have you here and talk NFL because last night I was getting all my DMs from. I have certain people in my life I only talk to during football season, like all the fantasy football leagues I'm in.
Right.
We don't talk. I don't even know what they do for a living. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
These are just like different media leagues I'm in, just like random strangers over the years, like whatever. Anyways, they were like, "Hey, let's decide when our draft's going to be." And it got me so excited. So we're going to play Wednesday morning quarterback on
Yes.
July 20th because this is what it's all about. And the next segment, besides talking to Sebastian Noel, we're going to break down every division, throw some good fantasy players from every division for you, and just have a good time. And I think to start it off, we had to do the AFC West. We are lucky enough to have a homer in here.
Yes.
As a Los Angeles Chargers fan, is that still hard for you?
Yes.
Los Angeles Chargers fan.
Because okay, I don't even know if you know this. I have a San Diego Chargers tattoo on my calf.
Oh.
I got it at the last home game at Qualcomm.
Oh.
So they were doing a promotion.
Did you know it was the last game?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
yeah. It was a promotion.
Okay,
it was
a promotion.
It was you get a San Diego Charger tattoo, we'll reimburse your ticket.
Okay.
And I was like, and it was around my birthday. Oh, I'm all for it.
Who did they win?
Yes. No, they lost.
Oh, I'm sorry, not to bring it up.
No, they lost.
I will get a Viking well, I actually won't get a Minnesota Viking tattoo, as you all know. I'm a Minnesota Viking fan because I'm only getting a Minnesota Viking tattoo if we win a Super Bowl, and that is never happening in my lifetime. So there's going to be no
We
purple
both
and
have.
gold on my body.
I wasn't gonna wait for that. You know how old I would have been. They had to dig me up.
I still love them, still bleed purple, but I know everyone's like, I'm surprised you don't have a Minnesota Viking tattoo. I was like, well, let me tell you, I'm probably never going to have one. I'm never going to Disney World. Okay, so in 2021, the Chiefs won the AFC West overall, 12-5. They didn't dominate, but they did well. Hey, you guys just have a tough division overall.
The toughest one, I believe, in football now.
The Las Vegas Raiders, I mean, all these city changes. The Las Vegas Raiders were the second best team in the division with 10-7 overall, and the Chargers were 9-8.
Right.
It was a tough battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
Especially because your coach.
Yeah, potential game of the year last game of the regular season. And yeah, he was playing Madden. Going for it, fourth down, 4th and 20 on their own 15, like in the second quarter. Come on, coach.
And as a degenerate gambler, and as we all know, we all think we know everything, and we are the it's Monday morning quarterback, but I'm just playing off and saying Wednesday morning quarterback today. The prediction for the AFC West is that it will be the Kansas City Chiefs at 11 wins. Los Angeles Chargers 9 wins, Las Vegas Raiders 8 wins, and Denver Broncos 5 wins? I don't know if I agree with this.
I don't agree with that at all.
These are early predictions. It's not really July and right around the corner, but I'm not saying we have to go with those predictions. But what do you see first? Let's go with your Los Angeles Chargers. What do you expect from them this season?
I expect my Chargers to get double-digit wins. I'm going to say 10 or 11.
10 or 11?
10 or 11. 10 or 11. Just because I've seen the schedule. We got like 5 cupcakes. So I'm giving them 5, and that's halfway to 10. And I believe that we're going to just be a better team than we were last year. And hopefully the coach doesn't play Madden every single game. We have a better defense now. So I think he was gambling because our defense wasn't that strong. So we got J.C. Jackson. We got Khalil Mack. Let these guys do what they do and play defense. Punt the ball.
Man, in first game of the season against the Las Vegas Raiders. That will be, starting off with 2 divisional games, and then you head to Kansas City. So 2 tough games to start. But, okay, 11 wins. I see you with that.
And I'm going to be the first to say this. I never do this about my team, A-Marie, and I want to do this first time with you this morning. My team's going to the Super Bowl, all right?
You're saying
I'm saying that.
Oh, my gosh.
I've never said this.
We have to get this clip.
I've never said this in the history of being a fan of the Chargers. We're going to the Super Bowl. Put it down.
Okay.
I'm saying it.
Okay.
Hey, I never go that hard, but I just have a feeling this is the time.
Okay, and I'm not going to lie to you. I never gamble on my team, so this would be funny if this ever happened. This past year when I got married in Vegas, we got to bring it up. I got married in Vegas in April, and everyone pretty much knows that who listens to the show. We got married where Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez got married, so we did it first. Just let everyone know.
They followed your lead.
But I bet on the Vikings win the Super Bowl next year. And listen, I might have been a little toasted.
I saw you post about this.
Listen, I might have been a little toasted in Vegas. I'm on that wedding high.
Yeah.
Just married the love of my life, but oh my God, I never do that. And if it actually happens after the first time I did it, I don't know what I'll do. I actually don't know what I'll do. But when it comes to fantasy football, though, okay, so with the Los Angeles Chargers,
right?
Most people are like Mike Williams, who I think I think he could be a bust. I'm not going to draft Mike Williams. I don't know if you. I don't usually draft a lot of my players because I'm too emotionally involved with the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
So I try to stay away as much as I can. I might throw in like a Dalvin Cook or an Adam Thielen, but Is there any players that you think would be good for people to draft from the Los Angeles Chargers?
Austin Eckler.
Ooh.
I believe, just especially if you're in a PPR league.
Okay.
He I believe last year he had the most receptions as a running back. I don't think that's going to change because he's not a back that you just give the ball to and let run. And we have Justin Herbert. Herbert loves to spread the ball around. And a lot of that safety valve, because we don't have a known tight end, is going to be Austin Eckler. So if there's going to be anyone from the Chargers that you pick up in fantasy league, it's got to be running back Austin Eckler.
So a lot of people are also saying pick up Keenan Allen.
Yes, because another thing, PPR. He does a lot of receptions, productions. He's not explosive, nothing like that, but he does catch the ball. It just depends on if you're in that PPR.
So, Buckday, you're telling me that the Los Angeles Chargers are going to win the division and the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Los Angeles Chargers
I'm
heard
saying
it
that.
first here on the opening
and
drive.
Look, and it's not a
Our boy
questionable.
Buck
It's-
D.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and let's just remind you that you do have the Las Vegas Raiders, the Kansas
Yes.
City Chiefs, and the
Yes.
Denver Broncos.
And I'm glad you put it in that order because I do believe nipping on our heels will be the Raiders. The Raiders, I believe, will do double-digit wins as well.
Absolutely, and I think I'm obviously adding Devontae Adams. But before they even added Devontae Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders, I think that Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders were a good team on both sides of the ball. And for fantasy football, just because insider here, people are telling to pick up Josh Jacobs. He was a volume hog last year, and production ranking 9th in opportunity share and weighted opportunity. But it'll be maybe difficult to repeat. But
Yeah, because they've added Devontae Adams.
correct,
They
little
have,
red zone maniac.
look here, man. You got the Lamborghini. You got to take it out for the drive. You can't leave him. You can't leave him in the garage at all.
Right. I don't underestimate Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs, but I do think them losing wide receiver Tyreek Hill cannot be ignored.
Not at all. Not at all.
So I do still think I think you are in one of the toughest divisions, Buck. I think you really are.
I think, to be honest, with all the moves that have been made, that is the toughest division.
Oh my gosh, quarterbacks alone. I
Right.
mean, I know a lot of people might not believe in your boy Herbert, Justin Herbert from the
I don't know
Los
why
Angeles
not.
Rams. I mean, he's great.
Yeah.
Derek Carr from the Las Vegas Raiders, Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs, and now your boy Russell Wilson playing for the Denver Broncos, which
That's scary.
it is scary. Put him in a. I mean, we've only seen him in the Seattle Seahawks system. The Denver Broncos are also a really good team, and they've always stressed that they just needed that quarterback.
Right. Right.
They just needed that quarterback, and I mean, they got a quarterback.
No,
I mean,
not just a quarterback.
They got
a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
They got a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and so I think people, if fantasy football wise, I think people are like, oh, Cortland Sutton, that's another bust for me, and a lot of people want to go with Jerry Jeudy. We're gonna figure out though, we don't know who Russell Wilson's little best friend's gonna be.
Well, look, that's the good thing about Russell Wilson. He's that quarterback who doesn't need that type of receiver. Because if you look at his days in Seattle, yes, he had receivers, but he always was about spreading the ball around too. So the thing about Denver is their defense. Denver's defense, top notch. So if you got Russell on the other side of the ball running the ship with that young talent that they do have at wide receiver. And another thing nobody really talks about, Denver keeps running backs. They are the hoarding team of running backs. They put in anybody, he's going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. So that's another aspect a lot of people aren't speaking about. And I think they're dead wrong saying Denver's going to have 5 wins. Come on now. Come on now.
Damn, the disrespect.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so that was breaking down the AFC West, giving you a couple fantasy little things that you probably already knew, but it's fun to dive into. Guys, don't fall in the trap for those bust picks, okay? Just because some magazine says Mike Williams from the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, don't.
Production.
No.
No. Be careful.
No.
Be careful. It looks good on paper. No. Stop it.
Yeah, don't fall for what Mike Williams did last year because that was a contract season, you guys. That's exactly what
It makes a difference.
happened.
Those guys trying to get paid. Okay.
Yep.
So from Cortland Sutton from the Denver Broncos to Mike Williams with the Los Angeles Chargers, just be careful picking up those receivers in your fantasy football league. Next, after the break, we're going to dive into the NFC West on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Try Taco Bell's new cheesy double beef burritos now. A melty 3-cheese blend with nacho cheese sauce and double the seasoned beef in classic and spicy. At participating stores for a limited time while supplies last. Price.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Opening drive with your girl A. Marie Castillo on the other side of the glass. Bobcat and Buck D joining me.
You got it right.
As Jeff Symbieta
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tight.
And talking to the man of the people, Sebastian Noel, at 8:30. Coming up the next segment. But hit us up, 505-246-0610 on the text line. I can't get Jeff's email, so text line or hit us up, call us. It'll be a good time. We're breaking down division by division. We just covered the AFC West, and my boy Buck D over here has said that the Los Angeles Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl and the division. I just had to repeat it and say it out loud.
Yes, and I never do that. I'm a kind of a level-headed fan, so I'm just like, okay, I'm taking the leap of faith this year.
Taking the leap of faith. Now we're going to head into the NFC West with the reigning champs, the Los Angeles Rams, the Arizona Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks.
You could have just stopped at Rams. You know that, right?
Well, this is the thing. Arizona Cardinals and San Francisco 49ers, I don't think you can sleep on them, Buck.
No, not at all. Not at all, but I just feel like the Rams are the class of this division, head and shoulders. It's not as close and as tight as this division has been in recent years.
And as for the Seattle Seahawks, and I can't believe I'm even going to mention them, but I'm going to do it out of respect. I mean, DK Metcalf can't do it all. I'm not even going to mention Drew Luck or quarterback Drew Luck or Geno Smith.
Oh, my God.
But, hey, you know what? Actually, watch them have a – they don't have much going on up there. But – and then –
What's their projected win total? Is it -2?
5.
That's way too high. I'm sorry.
I can't believe the disrespect. The Denver Broncos from the AFC West.
That's wrong.
I need to go to different websites.
That's wrong.
That is absolutely wrong. I'm just trying to start trouble here. But the San Francisco 49ers, speaking of quarterback, I mean, we know that Trey Lance is most likely going to start with them, and they still don't know what they're doing with Jimmy G.
Right.
I mean, all they mention is like his shoulder surgery is right on track. That sounds like they're trying to figure out who else will give them money or who else they can trade some draft pick for him. But I don't know what's going to go on there. Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, I mean, they're a good team. They got a good defense. They got some weapons. And Kyler Murray,
He's got some things to prove this season.
Yeah, and stay healthy.
Yeah. He's got some things to prove.
Stay healthy.
You know, his offseason was a little rocky. That's why I think he has a few things he wants to prove. Also, you know, they got off to that 7-0 start last season,
which doesn't mean anything for the most part.
No, and
not in the NFL.
Not in the NFL, but I feel like they have that chip on the shoulder because for those 7 weeks, people were saying, "Hey, Kyler Murray MVP," and just fell off.
Yes, and I do think, but they're not a sleeper team, but I just don't think you can overlook them. I think they're good enough to do some damage, but I don't think the Los Angeles Rams will run it back because obviously unless it's going to be the team, unless it's going to be the LA against LA, that be something?
No, they missed the boat. So far, that's supposed to happen last year.
That's supposed to happen last year. But the Los Angeles Rams, I mean, they added Allen Robinson last year. I mean, people are still hooked on Cam Akers, but that's might be a bust for me this season on the Los Angeles Rams from the fantasy standpoint, Buck. And
yeah, I don't see them giving Cam Akers enough of that offense for him to be something in fantasy.
Yeah, no, me neither. And so this division in a whole, I mean, from the Seattle Seahawks, let's go fantasy. The Seattle Seahawks, DK Metcalf is your only option probably from a fantasy standpoint.
The fantasy for Seattle's that they win 5 games.
Have fun at the draft next year. But we're going to take it to the phones here before we wrap up the NFC West and talk to the man of the people. You are on the whatever hotline this is, 505-246-0610. We got Howard.
Well, guys, the fantasy in Seattle left town with Russell Wilson. So
Are we talking about Sierra?
That, having said that, you guys are horrible negotiators. You know that? You and Robert, you guys are horrible negotiators, Marie?
Negotiators?
Jeff and JJ in Vegas, and you guys getting up at the crack of dawn. I mean, come on, guys. Who's negotiating for you?
I mean, I love this. I'm not going to lie, Howard. And I get to talk to you.
Well, you guys are
Where
doing
have you
a great job.
been?
And, hey, Marie, I'm not sucking up by any means here, but I think one of the biggest surprises in the NFL this year is going to be Minnesota.
Oh, man. You all keep telling me that, and you're freaking me out, man.
I see them winning that division and making some noise in the playoffs. I think they're built for it right now. I think Kirk Cousins is horribly underrated. I think he can get it done. I really do. And I think this is going to be his year to shine, guys.
Send me your Venmo, Howard, and I'll make sure to send. Thank you for saying that.
No, you got it. But, and of course, my Cowboys will win the NFC Week or NFC least. Or
I say the
NFC
NFC least, but, I want this market to like me.
They'll fade away in the playoffs. First round, interesting game. We must make a little wager on the Minnesota-Dallas game this year.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah, I have a gambling problem, yes.
I know you don't like to gamble, but you know what? Maybe we could just...
All right, Howard, you really so you think the Cowboys are going to take we're going to break down the NFC East a little bit later in the show after we talk to Sebastian Noel, but you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to have no trouble? Because I wouldn't sleep on the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles are being touted a little bit too much. I do believe the Cowboys will win that division by a couple of games. You got all the guaranteed wins in your own division against the horrible Commanders and horrible. I'm going to call them the Redskins. The hell with it.
Canceled.
So you got horror, and then they'll split with Philly. And then I look at the schedule. The schedule's not horrible. Oh, by the way, my grandson's turning 8 years old the first week in September, and for his birthday, I'm taking him to the Tampa Bay game.
Is he a Tampa Bay fan?
No, he is a Cowboy fan. We're bringing him up right.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, Robert, aren't you a Cowboy fan?
Oh, no, sir.
He's the Los Angeles Chargers.
Don't do that to me.
Well, that's what you call poking the bear early in the morning.
I was gonna say we're slowly waking up here, but he's Los Angeles Chargers.
Well, actually, you know what though, Howard? My sister is a diehard Cowboys fan. She lives in Dallas, so we butt heads a lot.
Well, you know what, guys? You guys are doing a great job this morning. I'm enjoying the show. You have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Howard. Once again, he called on the 505-246-0610. I love Howard.
Yes.
I thought he was a Miami Dolphin fan this whole time, but we got to wrap this up. Listen, I don't want to take away from the NFC West because I don't think they should be overlooked. The Los Angeles Rams, reigning Super Bowl champs, are going to be great. And other than that, I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to give them trouble. What do you think?
Oh, I agree. That defense is great. Debo's still there. Trey Lance is a question mark, but we've seen them do what they do without notable quarterbacks.
Let's see what happens with Trey Lance and Drew Lock. But we are headed to the next break. And after the break, we're going to talk to the man of the people, Sebastian Noel, on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
And I'm going to be the first to say this. I never do this about my teammate, Marie, and I want to do this.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit CarCrafters.com.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
No one can get our names right. This is your girl, Amory, Buck D, and Bobcat producing for us on the other side, and Adrian from ProView Network. Excited for our guest today, the man of the people, Sebastian Noel, is in the house, kind of on the phone.
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Hi, Sebastian. How you doing?
You know, just living a life right now. Just got Gladiators, and that's it.
I know. We're going to ask you about that here in a second, about the Gladiators, Duke City Gladiators heading into the playoffs. But we still had to talk to you. I know Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck are holding it down for us in Vegas, but we couldn't not talk to the man of the people, especially after a week with the TBT. And we had you on last week talking about Scott Vanforth. What a great overall just human.
Can I take this time to just say I told y'all?
You told us, man. And you can spend the whole segment just talking about him because my gosh.
I think when I told Jeff, hey, I still feel.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast.
Jeff almost fell out of his chair, right? He was like, "Well, wait a minute. You've seen Bryce and you've seen Cullen, but you know, yes, I'm biased because I was the PA announcer there and I saw every game, but he's that guy, and it was so cool for all of Albuquerque to kind of see him have that moment, and he's always been that dude. Like he's a baller, and I couldn't be happier that everyone got to see that and that he got to perform on that stage. And you know, maybe people that were like, well, who's Scott Vanforth? Like, they're not saying that anymore, are they?
No, they're not. And so for the people listening, Scott Vanforth was the lead scorer for the 2 games for the Enchantment in the TBT tournament this week at the Pit. I mean, look, I don't even have words, Sebastian. And his story is amazing, and I think you're right. I think people will know who he is now. What is he going to do with his career?
Well, he's been very successful playing overseas. I remember when he was still a little younger and just a couple of years removed from his Weber State days. You know, he played at Weber State, and he shared the backcourt with Damian Lillard, and they're still close. But I remember then I asked him, you know, about NBA and Summer League and chasing all that. And, you know, he got an invite a couple of years in a row, but at the point where I talked to him, he said, you know, I've started my family. I got a great career over here. They pay me well. At the time, the team overseas was pretty much, he was the guy, right? So advertising around him, right? Team posters, team commercials, anything like that was all featuring him. So a guy that's very content with making a living doing what he always dreamed about doing overseas.
That's incredible. Even though I'm sure Aggie and Lobo fans are like, why didn't he come play for us? But did you go to the TBT tournament at all?
You know, I was traveling for work, so I had to watch it. But,
me too.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned, you know, people saying the local teams, right? You know, you touched on his story a little bit, but so he almost stopped playing basketball because he wasn't recruited in state, right? A really big thing for Scotty, I remember, since he lost both of his parents in high school, the only physical connection to his parents was the house, right? The house that he grew up in. Mm-hmm. And so he was really hesitant to play basketball out of state. And so when those offers didn't come from UNM and from New Mexico State, you know, there was talks that maybe he would just stop. I know it took some, you know, some soul searching and convincing by his family and his, you know, support system to get him to go out to Nebraska to start that JUCO route. But yeah, the local, man, it would have been nice to see him in a local jersey for 4 years.
Yeah, no, and I think Scott Vanforth, I mean, I think he has made a lot of new fans this week, and if any, a reminder. What a great man. But we have Sebastian Noel for a couple more minutes.
Sebastian, I gotta bring up the IFL playoffs. We got the Duke City Gladiators kicking it off against the hated Arizona Rattlers. What do we have in store for this playoff? Starting on the Sunday, July the 24th.
Well, Robert, against the Rattlers, it could be rough. Obviously, right? So we could go in there, certainly, and if Ramon Atkins has a fantastic game with this offense, you never know what happens. But, I mean, they're the number one team for a reason. They're the class of the ISL for a reason. So, and then you add the fact that you have to go to their building. I'm going to have a chance to head back to Phoenix this weekend to go to that game. So, should be fun. But they're the Rattlers for a reason, man, Robert. And we haven't played a perfect game yet this season for 4 quarters. Well, it's time.
It has to happen because, like you said, the Rattlers are the cream of the crop. I'm looking at the brackets here. And if Duke City, if our Gladiators can get past Arizona, it looks good. I got to say it looks good. Not saying I'm overlooking anyone, but as a fan, you have to look, okay, the potential, what can happen after we win this first game. So is that the same way that you see it, Sebastian?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think the Rattlers are the toughest test right off the bat, right? If we could win that game, then you probably face Northern Arizona or Tucson. But, that being said, the Gladiators have been able to rattle off a couple of games in a row without Dello Davis. Obviously, they released Dello Davis. This is the game where I think it might hurt, right? You need a guy first, you need your best player. Let's be honest, right? And but you need a playmaker. You need a guy that's been in that environment before, that thrives, and as good as the rest of these guys are, which they're very good. You need that security blanket. I mean, you've been to enough games, Robert. If when things start getting a little sideways, you just throw it up towards Dello Davis, and he makes it all okay.
It feels like you can never just be relaxed at a Gladiator game.
No, not at all.
Till the last second on the clock.
But that's the great part about this. It's the excitement. We all love it.
Well, Sebastian Noel, thank you for joining us today. I just want to let you know, no one texts me when Jeff and JJ are gone, but someone did text you on our text line. They wanted to tell Sebastian that Cleveland plays La Cueva today in on 7 and 7s at La Cueva, and I'm sure you already knew that. Is there anything else we should be on the look for at ProView Networks?
I might have to. First of all, I might have to make my way over for that. So
thank you, whoever that phone number is.
Yeah, I need to figure out what time that is, but hopefully I can make my way over there for that.
I'm sure they'll text me, not you.
Get some sunscreen on and go over there for that. No, I mean, we're just ramping up right now. We're getting ready to hopefully have a fantastic high school season. But obviously, this is our downtime right now. But man, we're going to hit the ground running when football starts, and I know. By the sounds of things, from fans texting you already, there's a lot of anticipation for that. So, and La Cueva, Cleveland, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Let's fast forward to the season championship, right? Because that's the 2 teams that are going to be playing it.
No, absolutely. And Sebastian, good luck with the Duke City Gladiators. Safe travels, and we look forward to talking to you next week. And I can't believe that you're a Green Bay Packers fan after all this time I've talked to you, but I still love you. I hope you have a great day.
That's why I never lead with that, Marie. That's why I never lead with that.
Sebastian Noel from ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Cheese is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated, with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does Quattrine style stucco.
Sports Animal.
Thank you again to Sebastian Noel, man of the people, for joining us. Even though he's a Green Bay Packer fan, we still love him.
For certified collision.
And again, a well-deserved big shout-out to Scott Bamforth, who Sebastian Noel told us about. If you didn't know about him, you didn't catch him in TBT, you will hear about him again. But throughout the 8 o'clock hour and the 9 o'clock hour, we are breaking down the king, the NFL, breaking down different divisions, giving you maybe little fantasy players, fantasy busts, like maybe who you should pick. And loving it so far. We've been through the AFC West, the NFC West. And now, before we wrap up and head to the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to talk about the AFC South, which, let's be honest here, I think the Indianapolis Colts are going to take this division this year. And that's not because they are my team-in-law and I'm married to them now. I just am looking around the league. I mean, the Tennessee Titans are still a good team, but with the loss of A.J. Brown, I mean, they're going to have Derrick Henry back.
So that means Derrick Henry will be averaging 62 rushes a game.
Well, we will see, right? We will see. I mean, Robert Woods is an aging veteran.
Right.
The deck is stacked against him. I mean, the Tennessee Titans are going to be an interesting team. The Doug Peterson era of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, do we even know who Trevor Lawrence yet is in the NFL? Like, I don't think we do.
No, we saw a couple of glimpses, but I believe that's because of the coach that he had at the time.
I mean, that was just a joke.
Yeah, Urban's gone. So
Urban's gone.
But I agree with you about the Colts. You know, they got also Stephon Gilmore in the secondary. You know, adding Matt Ryan. Like, that's going to solidify what that team is. They already have the star running back, and I think their defense is great.
I mean, and obviously for fantasy football, I mean, if you're not getting Jonathan Taylor, and he's probably already in your keeper leagues, be on the look for the Indianapolis Colts, Mo Alley Cox and Alex Pierce. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, did you remember that Christian Kirk is on there? Maybe Robert Woods from the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, Derrick Henry's taken, but we have a couple minutes left, and we have to get one of our favorite callers in. And not to describe from the Houston Texans, but Davis Mills, good luck, buddy, in the rebuild of the Houston Texans. I think the Colts are taking it. But we got to talk to our boy Jess, the only other Packers fan I like here. Jess, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how you doing? Miss you, bud.
Good. I think Howard might have been drinking this morning. Because usually only Vikings fans are delusional about Vikings season. I mean, it's so bad.
We are allowed to drink.
He's rooting for the Vikings. And when was the last? I mean, that's bad. I feel sorry for you, Amory, because you just happen to be a Vikings fan.
I
just happen to be having to unload on this on you. You already know. Stop.
Yeah, Jess, we've pretty much lost as many NFC championships as the Green Bay Packers have in the last couple 15 years. So, sorry, I had to say it. But at least you have a Super Bowl in the last relevancy, or that Super Bowl at that. But Jess, what's up, man?
We have multiple.
I'm
Super
aware.
Bowls.
I'm aware, bro.
Oh, I didn't know if you were aware.
I was saying one in the last, in the Aaron Rodgers era.
Until they get rid of Kirk Cousins, I think he's basically just the Jeff Fisher of Cowboys. I mean, of quarterbacks. He's 50-50. Maybe he'll give you something spectacular, but then he's going to do something dumb.
Well, sometimes you can have an average quarterback, and they can take you all the way, though. And, Robert is joining me today, and we have it on. I mean, we have it as a clip now. He's saying the Los Angeles Chargers are winning the Super Bowl this year.
Don't beat me up.
No, Jess isn't a fighter.
See,
he's a lover.
Okay.
See, that's
because they got a quarterback and a team.
Oh my!
There we go.
I mean, he's not delusional. He knows he's got a shot. I mean,
that's
all
you need.
You might get there, Amory. Who knows? I did root for you back in the Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss days, Chris Carter.
Thank you for bringing
Those were
trauma
super
from my
exciting,
childhood.
but even then, failure.
Well, Jess, we have like one more minute left in this segment. Any fun predictions or fantasy picks? That's what we're focusing on right now that you have.
With the fantasy, just do not pick the running backs early. It's going to bite you right in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, my whole goal in fantasy always is if you take a great quarterback, try to get his great receiver on the same team, because then you're doubling up on points. When your quarterback scores or the wide receiver, you're getting double points. Every time I've been able to pull that off, I've had an amazing season. Have a great day, y'all.
Thanks, Jess. Man, he had to throw in. He had to throw. Those Green Bay Packer fans are listening this morning on the opening drive. We're having fun breaking down the NFL and some fantasy football for you in July with my boy Robert Buck D. Gibson. I'm going to get it down by the end of this
You
show.
sound so uncomfortable saying.
I know, I'm so uncomfortable. We're going to reset the top of the hour, talk some more NFL. This is 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
And JJ Bach.
And I'm going to be the first to say this. I never do this about my team, Marie, and I want to do this first time with you this morning. My team's going to the Super Bowl, all right?
You're saying
I'm
it?
saying that.
Oh my gosh.
Team, I've never said this.
Bobcat, we have to get this clip.
I've never said this in the history of being a fan of the Chargers. We're going to the Super Bowl. Put it down.
Okay.
I'm saying it.
Okay.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
What they have to do is something they have to do because they have to which is get that coach. McCarthy's not it. Not it. And I think what's going to happen is I don't think this is the year that Cowboy fans should be excited. I believe it should be next year because there's a guy named Sean Payton who's already thrown his name in the hat.
I see where you're going with this, Buck.
If Sean Payton gets a hold of this team and I gotta say because it's another part, Jerry Jones lets him do his thing, the Cowboys will be super dangerous.
I'm gonna throw something back at you, Buck.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy and Sean Payton have the same amount of Super Bowl rings, and Mike McCarthy had Aaron Rodgers at the time, and Sean Payton had Drew Brees.
Right.
So, it's just so funny because it's just funny, just like even looking at a coach, how people like don't even like him. I think it's a physical thing beyond everything.
You think so?
I don't know. It's weird. I feel like people
It's because
people because that's how we are as humans, right? We're all judgy. Like,
Yeah.
of course, like Sean McVay or like the Young Boy Geniuses or
got you. I
Kevin
see what you're
Stefanski.
saying.
I forgot what they call him, Cheeseburger or whatever they call him, Mike McCarthy. But okay,
I
so
just don't think Mike McCarthy is the guy for this team.
okay.
Because he doesn't seem like a real take charge kind of guy. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
I could see people forget Peyton has roots in Dallas, so I think that would be a better fit if they could pull it off. But I don't know. Seems like Mike McCarthy is a Jerry Jones guy, and we know Jerry Jones loves his guy.
Jerry Jones does love his guys, and I don't want to take away from Dak Prescott. I just think that I know he's living that 14 seconds in the last playoff game is haunting him. But I think the Cowboys will win the division. I don't think it will be easy.
No, it won't, because I'm telling you, CeeDee Lamb, he's a talent, but it's going to be harder when you don't have Amari Cooper standing on the other side.
The Eagles too. Don't sleep on the Eagles.
They're coming up.
Okay, so I think they exceeded expectations last year. They were in rebuilding mode. They have Jalen Hurts, which he's not trash, but this is definitely, I think, between him and Tua down for the Miami Dolphins. I think this is a big year where they have to prove themselves.
Yeah, because they both did something that they needed, which is to get a great receiver.
Yes, and Jalen Hurts has a couple weapons. Okay,
Yeah.
they got AJ Brown from the Tennessee Titans.
To me,
They have
that's
Miles
huge.
Sanders.
Yeah.
The Eagles are gonna be an interesting team. But for fantasy wise, and let me just talk. Let's start with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They were saying Zeke Elliott. Don't worry, we'll get to the Commanders and the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants, because I know you guys are all dying to hear about them. Which, for fantasy football ways, you might be, but otherwise probably not. But the Dallas Cowboys, I think Zeke Elliott will be a bust for fantasy. This is just my
Stay away
opinion.
from him. I say the same thing.
Stay away from him. I know I'm gonna get probably a lot of guff for this, but I like the other running back. I like Pollard. I like him. I like him. Like I said, don't be deceived by these magazines are like Zeke Elliott, or you know what I mean, as a top running back. Like, go beyond.
Yeah, the tread is very thin on his tires.
Go beyond the little top standing list that we love so much as sports fans.
With the same names that are stalwarts season after season.
Oh, and I'm so sorry. And as for the Philadelphia Eagles, we were talking about wide receiver core, and everyone always talks up Philly's running game, which I'm not saying is bad, but for fantasy football ways, production wise, I would go with an AJ Brown, or let's not forget Devonta Smith is on the team too. So he has 3 receivers and Miles Sanders. So pick and choose your battle, but I mean, you can go there. As for the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders, I don't even know what's going on with Daniel Jones, and do we even for the New York Giants?
Right.
Saquon Barkley is healthy, quote unquote.
Well, you got to see. You can't say anything about Saquon until you see him get past week 4.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Absolutely. So okay, so let's see. That's the same thing. Like, I won't pick up Christian McCaffrey from the Carolina Panthers anymore, or Saquon Barkley from the New York Giants. I think they are exceptional, amazing talent and good running backs if you need a running back, but I would not depend on them because they're not healthy. We can go down the list of that too. But anyways, as for, gosh, I don't even know what's going on.
Commanders?
The Washington Commanders, but you got all good Carson Wentz. I suffer with this a lot as a Minnesota Viking fan, and having a quarterback like Kirk Cousins. Carson Wentz for the Washington Commanders now. This is his 3rd team. He is the Super Bowl champ, let's not forget. On the bench.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. It was actually Nick Foles. But, you know, they were sitting on the bench. Hate talking about it. Let's move forward. Carson Wentz, though, it sucks because you look at his stats and you're like, oh, from paper, but he can't win in big moments. Like, he has some good stats, but the guy just cannot play big moments. And just the Washington Commanders are a mess. I don't know what's going to happen with Daniel Snyder because he won't even show up for trials. And they have some weapons. I love Antonio Gibson. That's a great fantasy pickup, but I don't know if they'll be productive for you.
There's one bright spot I will say besides Gibson. I'm going to say Terry McLaurin.
Oh, scary Terry.
Yeah, because think about it. So he had, 77 catches last year with a guy whose names reminds me of a beer, Heineken, whatever his name was.
Taylor Heineke. I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Taylor Heineke.
Yeah. And people were saying, oh, he's playing, throwing it around like Brett Favre. Now you have Carson Wentz, who is, considerably, got to say he's a little better. So if Terry had 77 receptions, almost 1,100 yards, that's somebody you could look at when it comes to receiving.
Absolutely. So I think the biggest disappointment for the Washington Commanders was, I know what people keep focusing on, getting Carson Wentz. Oh my goodness, maybe this will be his year, y'all. But I think we were most disappointed in the defense last year. And I know it was a heartbreak with some injuries, but we'll see what happens if they can get it together. But your best bet is probably the Dallas Cowboys to win the NFC East.
I'd be very shocked if they didn't. If they don't win, you're going to hear it.
Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in the division, but Jalen Hurts is a unique talent that adds value, so we're going to see what happens. We're going to continue this NFL talk after the break at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one.
Time this morning. Well, Jeff sent me a JJ Bucker holding it down in Las Vegas.
Cover it with green stuff, one scoop.
Just got pictures from JJ Buck in Las Vegas. He's having a great time, but the commissioner of the Mountain West just started speaking, so they are at work as we are on the radio right now.
Up and at it.
Up and at it, and hopefully obviously the commissioner's talking now, and we have about 43 minutes left in this show, so I don't know if we'll be able to talk to him today, but tomorrow I will be hosting again for them, and we'll be with the wonderful Ryan Tamori, and hopefully we catch Jeff and JJ at some point. I know they'll be busy talking to all the coaches and having a great time out there. But we, Buck D and my boy Bobcat producing, and Adrian from ProView Networks holding it down for us on Comcast Channel 26. We're talking NFL throughout the last hour and this hour, and we're breaking down divisions, and we want to hear from you, so don't be scared to talk about us. Cowboy fan, you are never quiet, so hit us up at 505-246-0610. I mean, we're talking about all teams, so like I know in Albuquerque there's just every kind of fan here.
Yeah.
Like it's a melting pot of sports fans, and I love it, because you'll go out to a bar and I'll be like, really? Like Jaguar fan? Like, what's going on
And
here?
wearing like an original old beat up Jaguar jersey at that.
Yeah, it's never a relevant player.
Yeah, no,
I don't
it's
know
not
if you
like
ever know that.
Yeah, it's not like Fred Taylor or Baselli or anybody like that.
Yeah, no. It's
You were like, that guy played for the Jags?
The Sports Animal, we're home of the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos, and so when we do those Las Vegas Raider events at Bourbon and Boots last year, and I hope we do it again this year. It was so funny, like no one had a relevant jersey. Like if it was a Denver Bronco, it'd be like John Elway, of course. Like I'm not saying you can't wear like an iconic player, but I was like, no relevant. I stopped buying jerseys though. I don't know if anyone else there stopped buying jerseys because, one, I feel like I'm in my 30s now and I shouldn't wear grown men on me. But two, I feel like it's a jinx because I'm a superstitious sports fan. But I still wear jerseys.
I do. I
still buy them?
I love them. I love them.
Well, especially if my team wins the Super Bowl, like your team is winning the Los Angeles Chargers this year.
Yep.
You should definitely buy one. But we're digging into the AFC East, which, speaking of Super Bowl, people are favoring the Buffalo Bills to be Super Bowl champs. But this is a tough division with the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, and even the New York Jets with Cougar chaser quarterback Zach Wilson.
He's my new hero.
Let's fill in Bobcat. Bobcat, before we dive into what's more important as an NFL and our fantasy football teams in this division as the AFC East, the New York Jets are a football team. You're aware of that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and their quarterback, Zach Wilson, who went to BYU.
Okay.
Their mascot is the Cougars.
All right.
Anyways, recently it came out all this drama that he has slept with his mom's best friend, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And
his best friend.
His best
mom.
friend's and best friend's mom, and his best friend is now dating his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a whole New York.
I know
thing.
that was a lot to catch up on, but
I think that's called Peyton Place.
Yeah. So I mean, I think if anything, like even though the New York Jets are the New York Jets, I think that just people are going to be watching quarterback Zach Wilson to see what he does this year on and off the field.
I think Broadway Joe is on with this. He's like, hey, this guy's the future.
My protege.
This guy's the future. I didn't even teach him well. He already came to the gate like this.
Before we get to the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills, let's just get the New York Jets out of the way. And for fantasy football wise, because that's why the only reason you'd probably look at the New York Jets, and no offense to the New York Jets, but don't go after wide receiver Garrett Wilson. He's destined to be a bust. And other than that, everyone else is picking Zach Wilson as maybe a fantasy quarterback, but like not couple first rounds. Maybe if you're desperate for a backup quarterback down in some deep rounds. I don't know if you have any feelings on that, Buck.
No, I feel like if you pick any of the Jets on your fantasy team, it's because everybody else on your team got hurt.
I know. Yeah, you're like, dang it, I have to pick up someone for this week.
Yeah.
But moving on to more important, let's just go up the list. So then I think right above the Jets, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, is the New England Patriots. I think it's going between the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills, which is probably really refreshing for the AFC East for once. It's been a long, treacherous years with Bill and Tom taking over the division. I'm not saying the New England Patriots aren't bad, though. They weren't bad. They're not bad.
They're not bad at all. This is going to be the season that we find out if that quarterback is that quarterback.
Mac Jones.
If we'll see. We'll see if it's going to be Return of the Mac or it's going to be mac and cheese. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out this season because there's not a lot of...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
That the names that we've known or become to know to be New England Patriots. But they still have the hoodie. So we'll see.
They still have the hoodie, and I think Bill likes to be quiet, and I think they would sneak in there, but... As for fantasy football-wise, New England Patriots, I wouldn't overlook maybe a Damian Harris, and don't forget that Devontae Parker is now producing now for the New England Patriots. So, moving on to Miami Dolphins, one of my most interesting favorite teams to dive into this season, especially because they picked up Mr. Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
Who is talking up a quarterback that needs to make a statement this year.
Well, I want to first say thank you very much to Miami Dolphins for picking up Tua instead of Justin Herbert. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But, they did the great thing. They went and got the cheater. They went and got Tyreek Hill because that's the type of guy that you need for a quarterback like Tua. Because he's not very, I'm not going to say his arm isn't like strong, but he doesn't have a cannon. But Tyreek Hill's one of those guys who can just run a slant and take it. You could throw a 8-yard slant to him. He could take it 80 yards.
The boy is fast. And Tyreek Hill has been saying he has a cannon, so he's talking up his quarterback.
Yeah, what else is he going to say?
What else
He's
is he
supposed to
gonna
say
say?
that.
And let's not forget he also has Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
So,
Got weapons.
I mean, Miami is going to be a really good team, and I love the defensive side of the ball too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big DB girl, big safety lady, and Xavier Howard, and I think this Miami Dolphins team is no joke. I'm not saying they're winning the Super Bowl, like my boy Buck says about the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, you're not going to let that slide.
But I
son.
think,
You
but
hear
I,
that, Bob? She
I know.
keeps spoken that way.
But I definitely think that the Miami Dolphins are going to be
They're
a
in the
good team this
They're
year,
a
a
playoff
playoff team.
Yeah.
And as for the Buffalo Bills, I do believe I love the Buffalo Bills. I can relate to them a lot. I feel like they're my AFC spirit animal for just constant disappointment of really good teams, as like my Minnesota Vikings. But I do think they are due for a Super Bowl, and I do think they are a Super Bowl contender team.
Right. Well, they're definitely winning the AFC East by far, I believe. I also will say this. Josh Allen will be the MVP of the league.
I love it.
I do say they're going to the AFC Championship, but they're going to lose to my Chargers.
Ooh.
And I'm going to be the first to say this. I never do this about my team, Marie, and I want to do this first time with you this morning.
I love
My team's
this.
going to
I
the
love
Super
this.
Bowl, all
I
right?
love this.
I'm saying that.
He's saying the Los Angeles Chargers.
I've never said this.
Bobcat, we have to get this clip.
I've never said this in the history of being a fan of the Chargers. We're going to the Super Bowl. Put it down.
Okay.
I'm saying it.
Okay.
I love the skepticism in your
That's-
voice.
hey.
I never go that hard, but I just have a feeling this is the time.
Oh, that's Buck D talking about his beloved Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, but I'll say this: Buffalo Bills are scary.
They are scary.
Yeah.
And okay, so this is for fantasy football.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I know everyone's like Stephon Diggs. Okay, I want you guys to think of actual production.
Okay.
I want you to think of actual production when it comes to fantasy football. And for the Buffalo Bills, I want you to be on the lookout for a couple teams. This is your girl watching out for you guys, okay? Tight end Dawson Knox.
Yes.
I think he is going to be your best fantasy option. And believe me, I love my boy Stephon Diggs, but the way the Buffalo Bills run their offense, okay? And if you can't get Dawson Knox, try to get Josh Allen if you don't have Josh Allen already in your keeper league, or just if you could draft Josh Allen, that guy produces fantasy points and probably gets more yards than their running back. So, tight end Dawson Knox is my lock-in pick. Their tight end. I think we're going to see a lot of production from him this season. And so we're saying the Buffalo Bills are winning the AFC East, but I think Miami Dolphins are going to give them trouble.
Yeah, I think I'll say they split. I say they split this season.
And the New York Jets are funny. They'll get a win against one of those teams. Like that's just what happens within your division, right? Rivalry, like logic goes out the window. Like they might beat the Buffalo Bills once this year. It'll be something silly.
I think you have to look at the Bills running back Singletary as someone who's a fantasy running back that's on that fringe of not elite but does have good production.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going Buffalo Bills AFCs. After this break, we'll dive into my division, the NFC North, with the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers, on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Telling you.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar.
I mean, it's a great show.
Thank you. We love the OD and the AM that we call ourselves the Three Jerks. I don't know if you've heard that bit, but Jeff, JJ, and I are known as the Three Jerks. And your girl, one of the jerks, Amory, is filling in for Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck as they are attending Mountain West Media Week in Las Vegas. Very exciting week. They're in Las Vegas having a good time while we're holding down the fort over here with our producer Bobcat and our usual producer Adrian at ProView Networks. You guys are doing a great job. They are now listening to the Mountain West Commissioner as we speak, so I can't wait to catch up with them, I'm assuming tomorrow. So stay tuned, y'all. If you want to get in this last half hour, get in at 505-246-0610. You can text or call us. We are diving into each division in the NFL. And we're about to do a homer for Amory, the NFC North.
Yeah.
Which, okay, we got the reigning MVP. I'm going to be professional in this segment. Aaron Rodgers.
It's
really
hear it in
hard
your
for
voice.
me. I know it's really hard for me. It's really, really hard for me. Buck, I don't even know if you know the story, but my wonderful husband and I, we gamble and we do a lot of betting against each other. And we bet last year something stupid, and I had to wear an Aaron Rodgers shirt for a whole day.
Ooh, is there video? I don't want pictures. Is this video?
Oh,
is
no,
there video floating
we
around?
have pictures.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I love my husband, and he's so nice that he didn't do it during regular season, and that's just so nice. We'll go to the phones before we break down Aaron Rodgers and the rest of the NFC wonderful North. But at 505-246-0610, we have Wayne. How you doing, Wayne?
Good. Hey, good. First of all, I want to commend you for doing a great show. When I first turned it on, I was like, is this a National Public Radio? I thought they moved it over to something else. But no, to be honest, you guys are doing a great job. You're actually well representative of the team. And so, first of all, I want to commend you for doing a great show.
Oh, thanks,
but I wanted to chime in on the Patriots, too, because I'm not a big Patriots fan at all. But I really see them coming into their own. And I know a lot of people are not really on the Mac Jones bandwagon, but I really think he actually, the way they played some of the teams, I know they weren't consistent last year, but they played the Patriots really well. They played the Cowboys really well. They played a few teams really well, and of course blew out the Jets, but who didn't? But in any sense, I see them actually winning that division this year. So I know you're kind of chiming in on that. I know Buffalo is definitely the favorite, but I do think that they're going to be a lot better team this year. But I know they have Scarcesian or whatever his name that went to Texas. I know that might hurt Mac Jones a little bit too, not having him there, but I do think that Mac Jones is going to definitely come into his own. I remember watching them. I'm like, in a couple of years, they're going to be going back into their glory days again. But I think you quote me on this, I do see them winning the AFC East this year.
Wayne, and please call back during the season. I would love to follow up on this, and thank you for the call.
Sure.
Wayne with the hot take for the AMC.
Wayne,
this is why I love sports
Look
radio,
here.
man.
Wayne woke up and chose violence. He was like, I'm going to tell you who's winning this division, and it's not the Buffalo Bills. Wow.
And he makes a point, though, too, is you said Hoodie, their coach, Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots.
Right.
You know, they do have Bill Belichick, and he does wonders with quarterback.
Right.
He kind of knows what he's doing.
Well, and also
you
what
can
he
hate
does,
him or love him, but, I mean.
Also what he does wonders with is defense. And that's what you're going to need when you play those teams like Buffalo and Miami. So we'll see. Hey, Wayne was not playing. He came out swinging.
Wayne wasn't playing. And speaking of not playing, the NFC North. Just kidding. That's a really bad segue. But reigning MVP. Let's wrap up the NFC North. Green Bay. I don't think, Buck. Everyone's like, oh, Davante Adams went to the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Green Bay Packers, they still have Aaron Rodgers. They still have Aaron Rodgers.
The only thing that hurts Buffalo, the only thing that hurts Green Bay is we don't know who to pick on that team besides Aaron Rodgers when it comes to fantasy. Because we don't know. They lost not only Davante Adams, they lost their number 2 receiver. You know, they have a 2 running back system where Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. It's like, who can we pick to be a fantasy baller when it comes to Green Bay outside of Aaron Rodgers?
And I'm very interested to see how their offense produces this upcoming season, especially because their first game is against the Minnesota Vikings, a healthy Minnesota Viking defense. Anyways, that's a homer little thing for me. But the Alan Lazard, though, that's the boy everyone's looking for. They think that's going to be the new Davante Adams, the rebound guy. You know what I'm saying?
Also, they picked up Sammy Watkins too, so you got to watch out for that.
Yeah, what is Sammy Watkins going to do for them? I mean,
well,
maybe he's going to have a bounce back season after having a poor season with the Ravens.
Yeah, well,
but like the Ravens,
the Ravens haven't had a Pro Bowl wide receiver ever, I don't think. So whenever you play with Aaron Rodgers, look, there's a potential that you'll have a great season.
It's just hard because I feel bad for these receivers because Sammy Watkins and Lazard and all these guys, and then you have, of course, why is Aaron Jones all of a sudden become quiet? I mean, he has been productive for the Green Bay Packers. I don't like playing Aaron Jones. Okay, the Green Bay Packers offensive line little tricky, but I don't think the Green Bay Packers are just gonna fall. And you all keep talking about how the Minnesota Vikings are going to be really good and take the division. And yes, I do believe the Minnesota Vikings are going to take the division, but I don't know. I have a new young boy genius coach.
Yeah, they're
Kevin O'Connell.
Yes.
The Vikings haven't had an offensive-minded coach in such a long time that I'm so excited about this because let me just go off for a second. Everyone blames quarterback Kirk Cousins for the Minnesota Vikings not being productive in the last couple of years when we have been a top 10 offense for a while. Okay, I'm not like 2 years, but okay. But listen,
still, when you have a defensive-minded dinosaur coach like Mike Zimmer. I put the extra Z's in front of his name.
Who doesn't like Kirk Cousins, quarterback? Who like the half the National Football League and half the fans out there. But you have a dinosaur of a man.
Yeah.
You have Mike Zimmer, who doesn't believe in his top 10 offense when his offense was ranked 27th and 31st in the last 2 seasons.
Especially with the weapons that they have.
And you have Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, Irv Smith Jr., who's the tight end who was hurt last year. Pick him up for fantasy. I'm telling you, that guy is going to have a comeback year. Stud player. Mike Zimmer would do dumb things like run on 3rd and 18 when you have one of the most productive offense.
Not even productive. Explosive.
Explosive. That's what I was sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, I get wrapped up and I'm just so
Are
excited.
you good? You good?
Yes.
Okay.
And we did. This is what's hard for me as a Minnesota Viking fan. We actually adjusted. Like, we drafted the things we should draft. We got some offensive line healthy. We got the young boy genius coach. We have explosive offense.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going too well. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah. You're waiting for the disaster.
We'll just see, because we always have a young secondary. We'll see. And let's keep this going. The Chicago Bears. Matt Nagy left. Thank God.
Look, they can say Matt Nagy was a big problem. The problem is the actual Bears, okay?
Yep.
Hello, one win.
Hello.
Look, this is all about developing Justin Fields. You know, get ready for that #1 pick next season.
And now, okay, so then we have Matt Eberflus. Excuse me. As a woman, I'm not allowed to mess up names, but you can mess up names. It's a weird game we like to play in sports media. But it's his first year coaching for the Chicago Bears. And the Chicago Bears are in a really weird spot. I mean, okay, we got Justin Fields. What are we going to do with him? You lost Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
That stinkeroonies. And then
Justin Fields going to be throwing passes to himself.
But you still got David Montgomery. I really like David Montgomery. That would probably be my only fantasy pickup.
Oh, yeah, he's a stud.
He's a stud, but I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know what this offense is going to look like this year.
It's going to look like the Bears offense. Pretty bad.
And lastly, the Detroit Lions.
Well, look.
Hey, I'm not. Hey, they got Hard Knocks this year. Dan Campbell, second year crying. I mean, let's go.
That's newsworthy right there. I'm watching it just because of that. Because you know he's going to be saying some crazy stuff.
I like Hard Knocks.
He's going to be saying some crazy stuff on there.
And obviously the Lions are the Lions, but it's the Lions.
Yeah. Well, look, they have 2 players that you can look at in fantasy. Running backs, DeAndre Swift.
I like DeAndre Swift.
He's kind of like one of those running backs who catches a lot of passes out of the backfield. And speaking of catching passes, wide receiver St. Brown, huge high volume when you're in a PPR league. So those are 2 players that you want to look at when it comes to fantasy.
And then another sneak leak is TJ Hawkinson, a very talented tight end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's improved greatly over the last 2 years. So I mean, fantasy wise, those are those kind of teams you could find something good, some little hidden gems in teams like the Detroit Lions, like we're talking, like the New York Jets. That down the road you need to pick up someone. So be on the look for that. Overall, who do we think is winning the NFC North? I'm obviously going to be a homer here.
You are? Well, I'll say you gotta. And as long as Rodgers is there, I'm picking the Green Bay Packers.
I totally understand. I'm having full faith in my new coach and my new team. I'm just going to root for my Minnesota Vikings. I never picked them to win the division. Doing it today on the opening drive here as we break down the NFL predictions. We're going to wrap it up for you in our last segment and talk a little more NFL on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Indeed.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated, with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We'll hear from them hopefully tomorrow. I can't wait to catch up with them. I've been holding down the fort with my boy Buck.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the
Cat and Adrian, of course, Adrian from ProView Networks, checking us out on Comcast, making sure we look good on Channel 26 on Comcast. We're going to go to the phones before we wrap up our NFL breakdowns at 505-246-0610. Jeff, you are on the air.
Murray.
Oh, hi, Speech.
How you doing?
When it said
Hey,
Jeff, I was like, see, this is another one. I can't call you Jeff.
Well, you know, every time I call and you have a different caller, I go, my name is Speech. They can't understand me,
I
so
know.
I got to use
Yeah,
my
I know.
first name.
How you doing, Speech? What's going on?
Well, I just want to bet Robert that the Vikings go farther and have more wins than the Chargers. And also, I want to say that J.J. Jefferson is going to be the offensive player of the year.
Whoa.
Kevin
Speech.
O'Connell is going to get him the ball many times. We're going to run a lot of jet sweep. Dalvin Cook's going to be catching a lot of balls.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen is still the man. We're going to kick butt with that 3-4 defense. We got, it's going to unleash Delvin Hunter and the Packer linebacker Smith that we got. We got some other linebackers. The new cornerbacks we have are going to kick ass. Harrison Smith is going to lead the league in interceptions.
Okay, Speech.
And
I
we're
really,
going all the way this
Speech.
year.
I really love what you just did for 2 minutes of closing the show here. And I promise you, between you and Howard, that I didn't that I didn't pay you guys to come on and talk about the Minnesota Vikings. Speech, I hope you have a wonderful day in school.
Okay, you too.
We're going to
Go
keep the
Vikings.
phones are lit up. Vince wants to talk about the All-Star game before we finish up with the NFL. Vince, you're on air.
Great. It was a great event last night, guys. Really great game. It was kind of sad that the NL didn't pull it out and break the streak, but how poignant for a Los Angeles Dodger pitcher to give up the 2 winning runs at home in the Chavez Ravine. That, my friends, love it.
Oh, he just
Vince
broke my heart
Vince
with
just
that.
wanted a mic drop. Thanks,
Yeah.
Vince. I'm glad you enjoyed the All-Star game. Did you want to see it end in a home run derby?
No, you know what? It was great pitching duel. It was really on both sides. Fantastic game, but just can't stand Big Blue. They're so darn good. So it was very poignant to see it being lost in Chavez Ravine by Tony Gonsolin. That was great to see those back-to-back jacks.
Yeah, no.
Great game, though. It was a great game.
Oh, thanks, Vince. Thanks for calling. Don't be a stranger.
See you guys. Bye.
I love it. He just wanted a mic drop at the end of the show.
But let's Vince gonna have to call back after the World Series.
I love when callers call that. No, I just gotta get this last little point in. I gotta do a little mic drop.
That's good. That's good radio.
I just want to tell everyone who's listened throughout the show, throughout the callers who have called in to talk about the Minnesota Vikings, I know you guys got love for me, but you don't have to do that. I'm a realistic fan over here.
Yeah,
but
he put your team on all Madden rankings everywhere.
I mean, he was like
everybody had a 99. Everyone had a 99.
I mean, we do have a really solid. He listed off all our star players. I
Yeah.
mean, he just listed off the Pro Bowl of 2023. Oh no, but we've had a great show, talking from the All-Star game to TBT, from having Sebastian Noel on. Thank you again, man of the people. Good luck to the Duke City Gladiators. Get it on, Arizona. Come on, we'll get past them. I hope we talk to him next week and we have a win against those dang Arizona
The Rattlers. Yeah.
And we've really enjoyed breaking down NFL football. And to wrap it up, we got like 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left. Let's break it down. We didn't get through all the divisions, obviously, but we got through a lot of them. And so I thought we'd start at the AFC East and just talk about maybe a bust or an underrated player to take us home.
I'll go with the bust. I'll start out real hot. Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill will be a bust.
Ooh.
He's not going to be cheated that we know. There's no way you can go from the caliber quarterback that he had to Tua and you think he's going to do the same type of production. Tyreek Hill is going to be my bust of the AFC East.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So
Come out
I love
swinging.
how we saved this for the last 4 minutes. Maybe
Yeah.
we should have kicked it off with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with an underrated player.
Okay.
We're going to go with Chase Edmonds from the Miami Dolphins.
Oh.
Okay, I
there
know
we
this
go.
is underrated. This isn't a
Okay,
bus.
that's
An
not a bus.
underrated.
There we go.
I like Bucks coming in off the bus. I'm going to go with the underrated.
Okay.
Yes, I got it. I think he's gonna have some production with running and fantasy points. I'm going from a fantasy standpoint.
Gotcha.
Okay. He was 9th in yards per route run, 7th in yards per touch, and I just think he's a player that you don't forget about, but just like he's very underrated on the go. I think the phones are still going off. Okay, hold on. John wants to respond to Vince. We have to go to the All-Star break before we get a couple more busts in. Hold on one second. John, respond to Vince. John, you're on the air.
Man, how can the two live in Albuquerque and not love the Dodgers? It just blows my mind. You know, I was heartbreaking for a Dodger fan like me to see Tony give up those 2 jacks. But, you know, dude, how can you hate Dodger Blue? It was in Clayton Kershaw. It's Dodger Stadium. It's all that's good about Albuquerque, the history of the Dodgers here in town. That blew a gasket for me when he brought that crap.
You had to get it in, John. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't want to punch him in the face, but I want to punch him in the face.
Dang, it's all love here on the opening drive, but I totally understand.
This is gang, man. This is Albuquerque. This is Dodger Town. This is Dodger country, bro.
John, it's okay. Like I said, all he needs to do is tune in for the World Series.
Just wait till the Dodgers win the World Series.
Yep.
We'll be good.
Okay, so John, I need you to call back and Vince to call back October baseball. Got it?
I will. If the Dodgers are there, man, I'm there. But they're going to win. I mean, Dave Roberts called it, didn't he? Just like someone called the Chargers winning the Super Bowl.
John, do you agree with that as well?
I love the Chargers. They're my AFC team.
Oh, what's your NFC team?
Who do you think?
The Dallas Cowboys, bruh.
You bet. All the way.
Well,
I was 5 years old.
Okay, so hey, that might be the dang Super Bowl in your delusional dreams. So, Dallas Cowboys, Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh my
favorite
gosh.
Super Bowl will be the Chargers and the Cowboys.
Oh my gosh,
That'd be
this is
great.
going to be amazing. Dallas Chargers, Super Bowl, and then the Dodgers are going to be
with it.
Yankees, man.
And the Yankees. Oh my God,
That's gotta happen.
This is amazing.
That's gotta happen.
I'm looking forward to October and next February. Thank you so much, John. Have a great day.
All right, you guys too. Thanks for letting me call in. Vince, come on, man.
Have a great day. He called on the hotline 505-246-0610. Thank you for all the callers today. We're going to run out of time, so let's just promote some stuff. We were going to do busts and underrated, but I have to continue this tomorrow on the opening drive. I'll have a special guest host. Stay tuned, and hopefully we hear from Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Bucky, thank you so much for coming in today.
No,
Anything to promote, your podcast, shows coming up?
Well, actually, tonight, I will be hosting the Comedy Roast Battles at Rebel. Doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. If you've never been to the Comedy Roast Battles, trust me, they are very entertaining all the way through and through. You can hear me on my podcast called The BS Show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. You can find that anywhere podcasts are streamed.
I'll be at Amory over here, TEDx Talk Albuquerque, Saturday, July 30th. Other shows I'm doing are private events in the next 2 weeks, so you guys can't come. But thank you for listening to the opening drive. We love you. Join me tomorrow with a guest host to be announced. In the words of Jeff Symbieta, be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
And I'm going to be the first to say this. I never do this about my team, Amory, and I want to do this first time with you. My team's going to the Super Bowl,
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated, with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're